Did you know that only 1% of traders will be willing to complete this challenge? Now, as we know, most traders don't fail because their strategy is wrong. They fail because they can't stick to their strategy. They chase setups, they break their rules, they let emotions run the account instead of following a plan. So I put together a little challenge that will expose every crack within your discipline. And you know what that is? All you have to do is take 20 trades. That is it. It sounds simple, right? But it's actually not, because every single one of those trades that you take must follow your system, your plan, your rules. No FOMO entries, no doubling risk because you feel confident, no chasing price after it's left your entry, no revenge trades to get back what you just lost. And if you do break any of your rules, even once, or even on trade 3, trade 12 or trade 19, well, guess what? You reset back to trade 1. Sounds easy, right? But I promise you, 99% of traders won't finish this. Not because it's hard to find your setups, but because it's hard to not sabotage yourself. Here's the thing. Most traders judge themselves by individual trades. Was this a win? Was this a loss? That mindset is your problem. Professionals like myself, we don't think trade to trade. We think in batches, sample sizes. So like 10 trades, 20 trades, 50 trades, right? And we know that our edge only plays out over time. And this challenge will definitely force you to shift your mindset from outcome to execution, from guessing to repeating high quality behaviors. And it teaches you to wait, to only take high quality trades, to stop forcing things when nothing is there. It builds patience, it builds emotional control, and above all, it builds confidence, because you actually learn to trust yourself. Now here's how it works, and this part is non-negotiable. You take 20 trades. Every single one must follow your trading plan to the letter. You journal every trade, no adjusting your rules halfway through, no skipping trades you'd normally take, no risk deviation, stick to your preset risk percentage every time, and if you do break a rule, well then you restart back at trade 1. Even if you're 19 trades in and mess up on trade 20, you start again. The goal isn't to win 20 trades in a row, the goal here is to follow your process 20 times with zero compromise. That is the real consistency. Now, this challenge is, simple in concept, but it's brutal to practice. You're going to see how often you bend your rules. You'll catch yourself hesitating on good trades and forcing trades out of boredom. But you'll realize how emotional trading actually is, even when you think you're being logical. This challenge will hold up a mirror to your psychology pretty much. It'll expose the gaps, and most people won't even finish it because they don't want to face those gaps. But if you do, well then guess what? You come out the other side with a level of discipline most traders will never reach. You become someone who can follow a system, no matter what. And that's what separates consistent traders from the rest. So to help you do this properly, I've put together 2 resources. A breakdown of the challenge rules so there's no confusion, and a 20 trade tracker, as you can see on the screen here. And in the tracker, you'll log the setup you took, whether you followed your rules or not, and how you felt before, during, and after the trade. That's the 3 main things you're going to be tracking, right? And this will show you patterns in your psychology that you probably never even noticed before. So the question here is, are you actually ready to test your discipline? Now, if you do want to get access to this free rule breakdown PDF as well as the trade tracker, and I'll jump into that in a minute. If you want this free rule breakdown and tracker, all you got to do is go to the link in the description below. You'll have access to this Notion template, and you'll be able to download this rule book as well, in which you can just open. Okay, the PDF and trade tracker is in one Notion page. Make sure you have a Notion account. Once you click on the link, click on the top right and duplicate. If you have any issues or questions, make sure you shoot me a message. And if you do want to take this trade along with my community, and you want to take it to the next level and do this challenge alongside myself, getting live feedback and locking in consistency, with a full system, well then my mentorship is open. Live calls, trade breakdowns, a real community from real traders, from 6 to 7 plus figure traders, from part-time to full-time, from people just starting up on their journey. We truly have traders from all around the world at different levels and stages in their trading career. But all the links will be below in the description. And I'm really interested to see who's actually built for this challenge. But in this PDF, if you just take a scroll through, it will show you the rules and everything in it, right? So introduction, welcome to the 20 trade challenge. A simple concept with brutal honesty behind it. If you're reading this, you're probably tired of overthinking, emotional entries, and inconsistent results. You're ready for structure, discipline, and real progress. This challenge is built for one thing: turning you into a trader who's actually sticking to their plan. No shortcuts, no ego, just execution. And you'll be taking 20 trades not to see how much you can make, but to see if you can actually stay disciplined for once in your trading life. Most traders can't. They break rules, they chase setups, they throw everything out the window the moment the emotions kick in, but not here. This is a reset and a chance to prove to yourself that you can trade with control, follow a system, and think like a professional. The rules here though: you must take 20 trades, no more, no less. Every trader must follow your personal trading plan. If you break your rules in any trade, restart back to trade one. If you don't have a personal plan, well then the best place for you would be to just join my mentorship. Honestly, I build you from the ground up, a split into section from beginner, intermediate to advanced. You also have live support in the community as well, and a lot of the traders, literally majority of traders, are funded and consistently profitable than those aren't. Honestly, it's a truly incredible community, and I'm not just saying that obviously because I'm the guy who runs it, but it is. I've been trading for 9 years. I've been in the social media space on trading, especially for the past 7 years, right? And there's so much fake out there. There's so much fluff. But I tell you what, I've built such a real community. It's not a huge community. It's not like I've got thousands of traders. It's only got a couple hundred people max. But it's a real enclosed, system. And it's an ecosystem where you can learn everything for trading. But I'm not going to go too much into that. But if you haven't got a system in place yet, then obviously just check out that. That'll be your best place. If you do break your rules on any trade, you start back to trade one. You keep a log of each trade as well, and no emotional decisions, no FOMO, no revenge trades, no thinking, okay? Nothing. All the thinking should be left behind in the testing phase. All you have to do is execute with following your plan with discipline and just journal the trade. And as you can see here in this trading log, you can download the PDF here as well at the top, but you got trade 1 to 20, okay? You can keep going for more. Pretty much you've got to journal the date, the assets, or the pair you're trading, so Euro USD, NQ, ES, whatever the trade you're pairing. The pair you're trading or asset. The risk percentage, the setup grade, so is it A, B, C setup, so that's just lower probability, high probability, medium probability. The risk to reward ratio of the trade, the result of the trade, so is it a win, loss, break even. So the risk to reward ratio would be like, for example, if you've lost 1R, just put minus 1R. If you've lost, made 5R, put it in there and it'll count it all up and calculate it for you. Emotions would be just, you can add stuff to it, so you can type, just search for an option, okay, and you can type it and press enter and it'll add it. But calm, overconfident, hesitant, anxious, and angry. Screenshot, this would just be where you embed your link or upload a file, and notes would just be some other general notes. Now for trade one, it's really important that before you enter the trade, or as you are entering the trade, you want to put your market bias, your key POIs, so like levels you want to trade from, liquidity spots if there's any. You can customize this. You don't have to follow these ones to the T, but these are just the key ones you need to focus, right? Setup type, so what type of setup is it? Market structure shift, pullback, etc. Right? Ideal entry scenario. So this is just a pre-trade plan, and ideally before you enter the trade. So when you load up the charts in the morning, look at euro dollar. What's the bias? What's your POIs? Where's your liquidity resting? What's the setup type going to be? You can leave that blank if you want. But ideal entry scenario, where you're going to look at enter from, what 50-minute POI price going to tap into, right? Entry reason, because it's within high time frame intention. Okay, you're just explaining the system to yourself here. Once you've done and closed the trade, if it has played out, obviously it would have played out because it's the trade that you would have taken. You want to come over here and have a reflection, post-trade reflection. So was entry clean? Yes. Did you follow the plan? Yes. What went right? What went wrong? You don't have to fill in everything, but ideally the more you fill, the more you learn. Execution versus setup quality. Grade a trade, ABC. Lesson learned. Screenshot other notes, and you just fill this all the way through to trade 20. I've left it all on this page here because it's going to be visible. It's going to be easier to see just scrolling down rather than clicking back out and forth on templates. Okay, so all in one page, everything's here that you need. So guys, go ahead and check this out. I really wish you the best luck with this challenge, and make sure you join my free Discord community so you can really get on with this challenge and document it, because I'm going to be opening up a Discord channel for this challenge. So guys, I wish you the best luck, no cheating, stay disciplined, and just absolutely smash this challenge.